This is a good video because I don't know the lore necessary for Warthen. So going into Warthen, it's probably a good idea for me to be like, all right, this is what's going on. So when we actually play the game, we know what's going on, okay, in the background. This should be highly helpful. All I know is that Xal'atath is the Shadow Priest blade weapon from Legion, and she's pissed off and out there and escaped, and she wants to cause havoc, and we gotta shut her down. And there's arachnophobia mode with a bunch of spiders and stuff, and she's empowering the spiders. You gotta kill the spiders because they're working with Xal'atath, and like, you gotta kill the spiders, you gotta kill the Shadow Priest weapon, and let's check it out.
Expansion is coming out soon, and it's the beginning of a trilogy of expansions called the World Soul Saga.
Okay.
If I could put each of the recent World of Warcraft expansion stories on a graph, it would look something like this. But Warcraft's original creative director, Chris Metzen, is coming back, and the story of the War Within has the potential to look something like this.
Really? Okay, I mean, dude, sign me up. Sign me up to this universe. I'm in. I am in. Give me whatever this guy's on. I'm in. Let's do it, man. War Within.
Of all time.
Yeah, like, dude, if War Within is up here, like, yo, sign me up. I don't know. Either that or this guy is going crazy. War Within, yo, Pika, that's what we were just talking about. War Within may be the best expansion of all time. I mean, based on this graph, it's gonna be at least triple as good as Legion was. At least. Like, way better. So, maybe we're a dude, yeah. Alright.
Problem is, there's a whole lot of history in the Warcraft universe that you have to have an understanding of in order for this expansion and the entire World Soul Saga
to make any sense.
So let's not waste any time and jump right into it.
We're on the same page as this guy.
Let's start with the obvious one. What the fuck is a World Soul? Think of the world of
Azeroth. It's the soul within the world, and then the spear, the sword that hit hit Azeroth, and Xal'atath was trying to kill it, but it didn't. It's still there, and now you have to save the world by saving the soul of the world. Magni, Bronzebeard, farming the essences and the necklaces and the Azerite. I mean, I don't have time to get into it. I'll let Platinum Wow tell you guys.
Azeroth as a giant egg, and inside of that egg is a world soul. This world soul contains a titan. Titans are gods of order, and it is said that if the Azeroth Titan is ever born, she could be the most powerful titan to ever exist. Because of this, other cosmic forces have tried to destroy or corrupt Azeroth and its world soul. At the end of the Legion expansion, Sargeras, a corrupted titan and leader of the Burning Legion, stabs Azeroth with his giant sword in a desperate attempt to destroy the world before he's imprisoned. Sargeras fails to kill Azeroth, but he did leave his giant sword in the planet and gravely injured her. You see, the reason why Sargeras wanted to destroy Azeroth was because if the powers of the Void corrupted the world, it would doom the entire universe. But since he didn't actually destroy Azeroth, just injured it, it meant that he actually just made the Void's mission of corrupting Azeroth easier. And in the next expansion, N'Zoth, old god of the Void, tries to corrupt the world, fails, and Azeroth is healed in the end, and we win. Yippee. But there's still a giant sword in Azeroth, and that giant sword would kind of just be ignored for the next 2 expansions. That is until now in the War Within. Azeroth is in danger once again, but this time it's far more subtle and mysterious. You see, in Battle for Azeroth, Magni Bronzebeard was the world's speaker, and Azeroth only communicated with him. But as of late, Azeroth has totally ghosted him, leaving him a solid diamond dwarf that's just kinda depressed. Now, what we assume is Azeroth has started reaching out to various different characters in something described as the Radiant Song. This is a powerful, overwhelming vision that ramps up in intensity and is demanding characters to travel deep within the Earth to investigate its origins. Let's quickly cover the backstories of...
Okay, so I just did the pre-patch quest. And the pre-patch quest was like, oh, did you hear that? Did you see that? Let's investigate more. So this is kind of adding up a little bit. Like, I worked with Alleria on the pre-quest. I worked with Jaina, who's right behind my camera. I worked with Khadgar a little bit. So, like, Thrall even. So, yeah, some of these faces, it's starting to make sense.
Each of the characters that are hearing the Radiant Song. First, we have Khadgar, who's an old Archmage who's been a part of Warcraft's story ever since Warcraft 2. He's played a part in numerous fundamental events in the universe's history, like destroying the Dark Portal, leading the Kirin Tor mages of Dalaran, traveled to alternate Draenor, played a fundamental role in the Legion's most recent invasion. Point is, he's experienced, and his age has started to show as of late. As the Radiant Song is called out to him, he described it as the feeling of being filled with light and benevolence.
Dude, this guy, like, Khadgar, yeah, you feeling all right, buddy? What are you doing over there? What are you experimenting with, Khadgar? You feel all right, dude?
He described it as the feeling of being filled with light and benevolence.
Okay.
And another member of the Kirin Tor, Archmage Madera, described it as feeling like coming home. Jaina and Thrall have heard the Radiant Song too. If you don't know who these characters are, I don't know, how did you even find this video? But really, both of these characters have...
Bro, they're all sipping the damn juice, man. They're all sipping out of the same cup. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
History that's just far too expansive to cover here. And honestly, I don't really expect their personal stories to progress in this expansion, and more serve as familiar faces to tell the player character what to do.
Yeah, so guys, Thrall, leader of the Horde, he went AFK for a while, but he's back. Jaina, second best mage to ever play the game. We don't have to get into the first best mage, all right? But Jaina's up there. She's a pretty good mage, and that's pretty much all you need to know, all right?
But if you don't know who they are, Jaina's like a badass Elsa, and Thrall is like a self-insert for Chris Metzen, okay?
Oh, okay. I like my description.
Anduin Wrynn is another character that has heard the Radiant Song. He's kinda sorta the main character of WoW with the amount of model updates this guy's gotten all throughout the game's history, and Anduin's story has continually been built up since Classic WoW. He is the High King of the Alliance, and last time we saw Anduin was in the Shadowlands expansion, where he was forcibly dominated by the villain of the expansion. Then he was given his dead dad's sword, which was corrupted by a soul fragment of the Lich King, and then he was commanded to kill a deity of the Shadowlands, and this whole time, he was cognizant of his actions and was forced to watch himself do these awful things. At the end of the expansion, his two ghost dads grab his shoulder and he fights back the domination magic and regains his free will. So pretty much, after the Shadowlands, Anduin went into hiding to deal with his trauma. There's a time skip between Shadowlands and Dragonflight, which is about 5 years, and now Anduin is coming back into the story, still dealing with some trauma, and is one of the characters hearing the Radiant Song.
Jeez. Okay. That makes sense. This is where the pre-quest was. I did the quest here.
Last, we have Alleria, who has not heard the Radiant Song, but instead the dark whispers of the void, beckoning her to go down an insidious path. Alleria is one of the 3 Windrunner sisters, and has been a character since Warcraft 2, but really only re-entered the story in the Legion expansion. During that time, she was a part of the Army of Light with her husband, Turalyon, and they've spent thousands of years in space killing demons. So when you kill demons in the mortal plane, they don't really die, they just get sent back to the twisting nether dimension. But Alleria has discovered that if you kill them with the powers of the void, they permanently die. In order to learn how to wield the powers of the void for good, she finds an ethereal named Locust Walker, who is a master of the void, and she learns how to use the power under his tutelage and consumes the power of a corrupted Naru. Alleria mentions this Radiant Song phenomenon to Locust Walker, and that's when we uncover the key point to the mystery of this expansion. You see, Locust Walker is an ethereal, an arcane being wrapped together with magical bandages. But he wasn't always like this. The Ethereals used to live on their homeworld of Koresh, before it was consumed by a void being called Dementius, the All-Devouring, and the Ethereals were transformed into what they are today. But here's the important piece of information. Before their world was destroyed, the Ethereals heard something, just like the Radiant Song. And once they realized what it was
Xal'atath.
far too late, and their world was already doomed.
It's the Shadow Priest.
The main antagonist of this expansion is Xal'atath. She's a void entity older than Azeroth herself, and was first introduced to characters in the Legion expansion, where she was bound in the Blade of the Black Empire, which was a weapon used by Shadow Priests. Throughout numerous critical moments in Azeroth's history, Xal'atath has manifested into our world, corrupting certain individuals to fall to the void. I've already made a video covering Xal'atath's extensive history, you can check it out right here. But in Battle for Azeroth, players free Xal'atath from her blade, and she possesses a dead Void Elf cultist body. So, the Xal'atath that you see in all of this promotional art and everything, yeah, no, that isn't really her true form. It's just a random dead elf that we found laying in the dirt. In Dragonflight, the main antagonists were the Primal Incarnates, who are elemental dragons who rejected the work of—
Bro, I have to say, I feel like the majority of people that are excited about Warthen are excited because of how badass Xal'atath looks. On all of the marketing, on the boxes, on the imagery, on the website, like you guys agree with this? Like, Xal'atath just looks so cool. And it was a dead body on the ground. All right. Okay.
The Titans. We killed one of them, another became an ally, and the last one is Eridikron, who created something called the Dark Heart. This is a powerful relic that can absorb magical power and convert it into void energy. Now, in the War Within, Eridikron has allied himself with Xal'atath and has given her this Dark Heart artifact. Now, this wicked void entity is setting the stage to corrupt all of Azeroth, start a new dark legacy, manipulate and corrupt Alleria, and empower a void-touched army of spider people to do her bidding.
So and that's what I'm saying. The spider people are corrupted to Xal'atath's wishes, so you gotta take down the spiders because they're evil. But that's only getting you one step closer to the true evil, which is Xal'atath. Bro, I feel like I did know about half this video already.
Pretty much everything you really need to know about Xal'atath. There's not that much more. Okay.
Platinum, wow. For such an accomplished historian, you fail to grasp that your studies are meaningless against the void. But no matter. You and all you know shall be mine.
What a great edit, dude.
Okay, maybe there's a little bit more to Xal'atath that we don't know about yet. Let's just let's continue on with the video, okay? In order to stop Xal'atath, we must venture to Khazal-Gar and explore the 4 new zones and the races that live there. Starting with the Earthen on the Isle of Dorne, who are currently undergoing a cultural and spiritual crisis, including endless infighting between each other and the inability to make new Earthen. Also, you get to explore the new capital city of the expansion, Dorne O'Gal, which has a surprising amount of hot tubs. I don't know why. Then you can delve into the Ringing Deeps and marvel at the Earthen's industrial creations, and explore Hallowfall, and meet the light-worshipping Arathi humans and the mass—
I played the alpha, man. It is pretty beautiful. Like, when you're flying around, you're just like, sheesh, what is that? A tip of a sword or a shard in the sky? But it looks so cool, man. It looks so
crystal
cool.
Which looms above their zone. And finally, scour the kingdom of Aj-Kahet and work with uncorrupted Nerubians against the members of their race who have accepted Xal'atath's twisted void enhancements with the promise of restoring their kingdom to its former glory. I'll be making far more extensive videos about all of these races and zones, so don't forget to subscribe. But if you want to learn some foundational lore about Xal'atath, Arathi, and Nerubians, I've made a playlist of old videos that you can watch, linked down below. And yep, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna leave before she comes back, so I'll see you later.
Bro, that was such a good video. Platinum WoW, like, is completely dialed on what's going on, man. Yeah, that was well done. I have to say, I think I understand these big major points, but in terms of all of the little details, it's a little sticky for me still. Or sticky? Was sticky the right word there? Probably not. It's still a little fuzzy, so to speak. Little convoluted. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're kind of dialed on this. War Within hype?
The War Within expansion is coming out soon, and it's the beginning of a trilogy of expansions called the World
Again,
Soul Saga.
you see this, chat? It's
if I could put
playing.
each of the recent World of Warcraft
can't
expansion
stop it
stories on a
playing.
graph, it would look something like this. But Warcraft...
It's not me, man. It's not me. It's Reddit. It's not me being old. It's Reddit. Unbelievable. Alleria released a video on the new cinematic. Oh, I'm going to put that on the reacts. I kind of want to check that out. Sticky wasn't it? Yeah, sticky wasn't the right word there. I'll retract the stickiness and let's insert the fuzzy. Okay. There it is. That's what's happening. Yo, chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for the War Within? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you? 3, 5. Actually, we're doing a poll on this. We're gonna do an official poll on War Within hype right here. All right, guys. You don't have to be a Twitch Prime sub to vote in the poll, but if you are a Twitch Prime sub, keep in mind it's ad-free viewing, and you get emotes and a badge. Just to let you guys know, but you do not have to be a sub to vote in this poll. Let's get it going. Hype level for War Within: 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Okay, no, we can do 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10. 5 divided by 2, 5 slots, 2 each. I mean, that's it. Duration 2 minutes. What about 0? If you're at 0, just give it a 1. Okay. Hype level for War Within. This is the official poll starting now. Whoa. Okay, so we're polarized. We're either 10 or 1. Okay, no, you're either 7, 8, 9, 10, or 1. There's nothing in the middle. You either hate it or you love it. All right. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. All right. That kind of makes... Keep in mind, a lot of my chat are classic Andys. Guys, be honest. Be honest, chat. Type 1 in the chat if you're a classic Andy. Guys, type 1 in the chat if you're a classic Andy. Just do it. Just be honest. All the classic Andys stand up. Okay, see? We have a lot of classic Andys out there, all right? All right, I'll stand up too. Okay. Yeah, chat. I've been playing mainly class... Dude. We put the YouTube title on the main YouTube channel yesterday. Okay, the title of this video is Classic Andy Tries Retail. Bro, the comments on this video are hilarious. Dude, it's golden, man. It's golden. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Yep. It's real good. The story looks good, but the gameplay is what really matters. Yeah, so I'm dialed in with you, Racer. I feel like the lore is cool. The role playing is generally why I play, you know, RP, stuff like that. But what matters, the gameplay. I feel like the gameplay is really what matters here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gameplay's amazing in retail. Okay, I actually agree for PvE, it's probably really fun, but the gameplay in PvP is nauseating. Can we agree on that, Asloff? A little bit? Can we agree on that, maybe? Can we? PvP is kind of a mess, but PvE gameplay is actually pretty good, I think.